Hey there, and welcome to Apocaflix Movies. I am Jacob Bartley. Before we get started here, we just wanted to tell you a little bit more about our channel. Of course, we discuss things all movie related, and we also focus on Star Wars and geek culture. So if that's what you're into, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would really appreciate it. You can also find us on all podcast platforms, including Anchor, Apple, and Spotify. Thanks for watching us, and enjoy the show. Good morning, world, and welcome to Apocaflix Movies. This is our main show, Apocaflix Now, where we just hang out, talk movies, and kind of just BS a little bit. I am your host, Jacob Bartley, and I am joined by the whole crew today. And this is the first time we're going 3-camera. We're super excited about this. Of course, I got Mr. Keith Barnes to my right here. We got Mr. Jake Berlin over there behind the controls. Stormy is here today. He's still not feeling well. And, of course, Gio Ramos and Brian Avicino over there on, I don't know what we're calling this couch, but it's the couch.
Lounge.
Oh, there we go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And that's good for them, too, also. Yeah, they're the good ones to be on.
You got polar opposites. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what?
Throwing shots already. Alright, it's gonna be a long
There we
show.
go.
I think the only person we're missing is Kylo. The Apocaflix.
I almost brought it.
We should have Kylo. Next time we all sit
Alright,
together.
next
I felt like there would have been too much chords and he would have been all weird.
Oh, yeah, no,
Things
he'd
would have
be-
fallen
yeah.
over.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, so I almost brought him.
Next time. Well, this is the Thanksgiving edition of Apocaflix Now.
It
The
is.
Thanksgiving weekend. We hope everyone had a great holiday weekend. And did you guys have a good time this holiday?
That is simple. There's only
Yeah.
my immediate family.
Well, Brian
in
hates
Sacramento,
this.
So.
Yeah, I'm not a Thanksgiving food person.
Oh, that's right.
Did you? Well, what'd
I'm
you
a
eat
Black Friday. I celebrate Black Friday.
then? What'd you eat then? Did you eat any of this stuff?
No, grilled cheese.
You
I swear to God.
know what I've always wanted to do one year is we did it once at our house, but I like to do like different type. I know we talked about our favorite like Thanksgiving food and stuff, but like Chinese food. One day we did Chinese food,
Yeah.
pizza,
Oh, that'd be amazing.
and it was
One
awesome.
from each, each type of
That's
food.
what we did, yeah.
Mexican,
That's
Chinese.
what-
Oh, that'd be pretty.
That's
that'd
a
be
good
pretty cool.
idea.
Awesome.
That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's.
Do an Apocaflix potluck. A pot.
We should
Flux.
Apocaflix giving next year. That's what we're doing.
There we go. No, I had the classic. We go to my grandma's every year, and we had the classic meal: turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, and the best dish, green bean casserole.
Yeah. Thank you.
Best
I
dish
feel like I'm the only
ever.
one who ever says that. That is the
when
best
it's
dish.
fresh and the onions
No,
are
canned
hard.
green beans. Canned green beans.
Amazing.
Yeah, right.
Amazing.
Canned
green bean
It's
casserole.
way
I'm not
better.
opposed to the can, but
Canned green beans. It is unreal.
Yeah, that's my favorite dish.
No,
It's okay.
Macaroni and cheese.
That's a
yeah,
good
I'm
one.
with you.
It has to be made good though. Sometimes it's made dry. It's like,
Sure.
It has to be made good.
I don't think I
Not my
have
family.
mac and
People
cheese.
who bring it.
Yeah.
People who
Oh
bring
yeah.
it. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, have you
Your
ever
thoughts?
had? Sorry, the sweet potato. It's like sweet potato with like marshmallows and
So-
stuff like that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
My grandma made
What is that
that,
called?
and sorry, grandma, but I'm not a big fan. I don't like sweet potatoes,
Sweet potato hash, maybe?
Potatoes?
Sweet potato hash?
I don't know.
It's not yams, but 'cause
and it has.
it's slightly
it looks
different.
like it,
It
but it
looks
has
like-
marshmallows, and hers had pineapple in it too.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Oh, that's a little much.
That's
I
disgusting.
tried it. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but
This
I'm not a fan.
Does seem
pineapple
very
Nazi
rich.
over here. Well, this one.
You know what
what?
I hate pineapple.
No,
All right,
Oh, you-
I like pineapple by itself, but putting
Really?
pineapple
Whoever put
on
pineapple on
pizza,
pizza needs to walk out of this
No,
room.
don't
putting
Why? No, that's-
pineapple on pizza is a sin.
That actually-
Yes, it is
actually
like
makes
the
me
worst
mad.
thing you can do.
It makes
No,
me
it's
mad.
not.
Literally the worst
It
thing
is
you can
not.
do.
And
Yeah,
people,
that
and raisins.
people who like it, they love it. The
It's
pineapple
raisins
on
in
pizza.
anything.
I
But yeah,
don't
I like
love it,
raisins.
but I like it.
I don't mind raisins, but
I
not
like
in
raisins
stuff.
individually.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I've tried a pineapple on a burger. I tried that once.
Oh my, Keith! What
I
are you
tried it.
doing,
No, I tried it
dude?
once. It wasn't terrible.
Oh my
It wasn't terrible.
We're done.
Like
We're done
Hawaii.
here.
With
Let's
like
go.
the teriyaki.
Let's move on from this. This is disgusting.
A Hawaiian
This is
type-
disgusting.
Yeah, right.
Hand in
It's not
hand
the
with
worst thing.
Thanksgiving is Black Friday. Anybody get any good deals?
Heck yeah.
Just a lot of movies.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
movies.
I always go for the movies.
Best
We got
I-
this.
There's we got the
Oh,
camera. We
the
got
camera,
we got
thanks
the
to
camera.
Black.
Um,
Well, actually, it wasn't a Black Friday deal.
No,
actually,
but no, I Black Friday is like a holiday. It's always been.
yeah, I
always
love
been
Black
shopping.
Friday. It's the best.
I wish I had more money to spend because there's a lot of things I would like to buy, but I always go for the movies.
Best Buy.
I
Yes.
bought 14
the
movies
very
for
minimum.
$110.
Yeah.
14 Blu-rays for
and like
$110.
new Blu-rays too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Blu-rays.
So, all Blu-rays.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got a couple Blu-rays. I got Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I wanted to get so bad, and I rewatched it, and it's better than I remember. To be honest, it's not bad.
I got it too. You can borrow it.
Yeah.
Which one?
Godzilla.
Have you seen it?
Monsters.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, the first time I saw it, I was iffy on it, but I like it more than I originally thought. Yeah.
That's Black Friday movies. Movies.
Well, you got a Fire Stick too. And you got
I
a
got
video
another
game.
Fire Stick.
You got a steal of a deal on a video game.
Oh, my deal of the century for the new Pokemon game. Got it for half price.
Man, you're lucky there. I'm still trying to get a Nintendo Switch. Well, we got a few movies to talk about today. A couple, last week releases. Frozen 2 came out. I went and saw it, and you guys saw it too, right?
We saw it yesterday, yeah.
Two grown men sat next to each other and
Watched Frozen 2.
What'd you
guys think?
You didn't bring your daughters?
No.
I love this movie.
Really?
I love
Really?
this movie. Yeah,
I did.
Okay.
I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. I had to think about it for a little while because I was comparing it to the first one.
Do you like the first one?
I love the first one.
Okay.
I put it on my Snapchat. I went fangirling yesterday. Like I watched. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I watched the first one this year.
You
for the
watched
first
Oh,
time.
really?
Even more than a couple months ago.
Yeah, I watched the first
Oh,
one.
I didn't know
for the first
that.
time.
I didn't know that.
I don't know why I missed it, but I did, and I love that movie. Like, I think it's one of the greatest Disney animated movies like ever.
Wow.
You and every other girl in the
Yeah, that's why I said I'm a fangirl. I'm a total fangirl of this franchise. And so I was worried what the second one was going to do and how it would feel to the first one. But I absolutely love the way that, like, I think Brian had mentioned it when you were talking, but there wasn't a let it go moment, right?
No.
Like, there's not a song that sticks in your head. But what I thought they did well to replace that is that they built this mythology and world to kind of immerse you rather than just focus on the songs.
Yeah.
I was so into the mythology they were building with the magic, with these characters, with this enchanted forest, the stuff with their parents. Like, all of it was so interesting and different from the first one, which is why I loved it so much. And I think that Elsa's like a total badass, and the animation is incredible to look at. Like, the animation is so beautiful, and the way they use colors and the landscape, specifically this time because of the forest and everything, and the spirits of these different, the wind, earth, fire, and everything. I think it's a really, really good sequel. Probably one of Disney's best sequels ever, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, because a lot of their animated sequels were like straight to DVD or they weren't very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as you, but I didn't like the first one as much as you either. I think it's a little overrated, to be honest, and it was a huge, massive hit. Yeah, and I'm sure this one is as well. No, I liked it. I wasn't in love with it, but that's the one thing that drew me in, especially from the first one and the second one, is the mythology. I love the mythology. Elsa's a superhero. She straight up is a superhero with superpowers, and I just think it's so cool. And I like, even though there's other magical elements around, she's the only supernatural being that exists in that world right now.
Is she?
Who's a human?
A human.
Yeah, a human.
Oh,
yeah.
See, that's what I was hoping they'd tap into.
Well, they do.
They do,
but she's the only human. And there's questions as to why. And there's a group of people that they meet, and they're like, why did they grant you this wish? And then they kind of dive into why they granted them this wish and why she was given this power and everything. And
just her, or something was not spoiled. Just her, or something with her parents. Did something.
It has to do with it. Does have to do with their parents.
Okay.
But it also has to do with another group of people that we learn that her grandfather came into contact with. There's a really cool story of how they tell this story.
Yeah.
About the history.
Spoiler. I mean,
well, it's about this history of
there's
another people that they came into contact with.
Yeah, there's the town, and then there's the people.
They call them the North
Yeah.
Ullmen.
I only watched like the first two trailers, but I like how the trailers didn't give away too much.
They didn't show anything.
Yeah,
Really
because
show
did not.
anything.
like the furthest in the movie, I think they show is when they walk into the fog, and that's it. And I loved that.
And they show the North Ullmen, I think is what they're called, in the trailer, but it's very quickly.
They're just
Yeah,
like
you don't really know what's going on in the trailer, and I love that they didn't give much up.
And
Brian, did you like it?
I liked it better than the first one.
Nice.
I like I said to him, I think the first one focused a lot on the music, and it took away from the story. This one focused on the story and used music to tell the story.
Yeah, I agree with that. There were a lot of songs though.
There were, but they knew this time around. They were like, they made fun of the fact that they did so many songs in the first one. Like
Yeah.
the one of the guy characters.
My
does,
favorite part of the movie is the Kristoff song.
Yeah.
When he's singing with the reindeer as the background singers,
Yeah.
I was cracking up.
Well, it's
so
like
hard.
an old '80s music video where he's in the corner singing, and then his face fades in, and he's still singing.
And then
It's
he
like
says a
very
line,
old
and the
school.
reindeer are behind him, and they say a line after him.
It's like Bohemian Rhapsody, where he'll be like singing something, and then the three heads like
Yeah.
pop above it.
Yeah, it's
Stuff
so
like
But
good.
the
that.
funny thing is, like, the song's actually pretty good, and
Yeah.
it fits into the
All
story.
the songs, the lyrics are written.
I actually
really well.
really like Into the Unknown. Like, I think I like that better than Let It Go, to be honest.
The songs were literally used to tell a story, not for a song. Like she or him is telling like what's going on.
And it's two
through
characters
the
just
song.
walking out and it just bursts in the song.
Exactly, and there's even a part where she like is like going through memories, and they show like Let It Go, and she's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's very cool. Fun part,
Olaf
yeah.
retelling the stories
Yeah.
was awesome.
That was a good scene too. Yeah.
Are there any further ties or references to Tangled?
Not
That you
that
guys
I
Not that I caught.
Okay.
Not that I caught. I'm sure someone who's a massive fan person is gonna find something.
Saw
I didn't
something.
catch anything.
Yeah. Because she's in the first movie.
Yeah,
And she very well could have been there, but I was still paying attention to everything else.
Yeah, right.
So
Rapunzel.
it was
Yeah,
good
Rapunzel.
though.
Rapunzel, yeah.
I really did think it was better than the first one, just because
Yeah.
it was. I hesitate to use the word darker, but it was like more.
It was more serious.
It was more adult, almost kind of too.
It was a little bit darker, I would say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean they
There's
definitely had.
gritty.
definitely moments. There's
Yeah.
definitely moments.
I liked
It's gritty.
the elements factor the most. I think that was kind of cool.
Well, the mythology of everything, how they kind of describe the magic and what happens and where it comes from, and how she essentially kind of had to go through these trials to face these elements and tame them, as she said, which is really cool.
It's like Avatar.
It's very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did remind me
Like
of
the-
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Last Airbender.
Yeah, it was,
It's
I
funny
love
that-
that kind of
It's
stuff.
funny because I was just thinking like Disney sequels, and I'm like, there really isn't another.
No, we think of Pixar sequels. Disney sequels, there's not very many. If
No,
any.
like I'm trying.
I mean, Ralph Breaks the Internet is one.
But other than that,
They haven't done a lot of theatrical.
Like Jungle Book
releases.
2 went to DVD.
Yeah,
The
so
Cinderella movies
the
went to
Aladdin
DVD.
sequels.
They all went straight
Yeah.
to DVD.
Like
Like
Aladdin
they-
sequels, they're pretty good though.
They weren't as most of them weren't as good as the originals, and so
But
this is
Yeah,
solid.
definitely. Has it made $1 billion yet?
I think
yeah,
so.
probably.
Definitely.
I'll look up the
will.
money, but
It must be close.
Probably
Yeah.
hasn't even opened in China or something yet.
I'll look up the money right now.
Well, a movie very similar to Frozen 2 that we watched. No, totally joking. But The Irishman, completely like
I literally was
the
like,
opposite
wow.
of Frozen 2. A Netflix film for one. It did have theatrical release, but very limited. And yeah, the Martin Scorsese film is now on Netflix. You can watch it now, and a few of us have watched it here. I was very much looking forward to this movie. I'm a big Martin Scorsese fan, and you know, I didn't love it, but I did like it. I appreciated it. There was some great performances, some great moments, some great storytelling. It's not a movie that I'm going to go back and watch over and over again, like maybe The Departed or Goodfellas. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good movie, but not, I don't know. I saw the word like masterpiece thrown around among some reviews and critics and stuff. I wouldn't go that far, but I would say it's pretty solid. Jake, this is not usually your cup of tea, Scorsese mob movie.
Yeah, Jake
but
likes
what did you think
I
of
don't
it?
hate these.
Right.
Yes, you
I don't hate these. I liken my experience to watching The Irishman to how I felt about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
There was hype around it, right? I appreciate the movie. I think that the storytelling is really good. I think that there are incredible performances. I think that it was way too long, in my opinion.
Yeah, it could have been shorter.
I think that it probably
Netflix. You're watching
it could have easily been 45 minutes shorter and a much better movie, in my opinion. So I like it. I think that it's a good movie. It's not a masterpiece. It's not Scorsese's masterpiece. It's not, in my opinion, one of the top 5 films of the year to me. But that's just my opinion. It has nothing to do with me not liking mob movies or whatever, because this is a very different type of mob movie.
Yeah.
Very different type of mob movie.
The mob is not even the main aspect of this movie.
It's a little bit. I mean, a little bit.
Well, it is,
kinda
but it has a broader scope than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not focused on the mob. It's focused on a character that's going through the mob, which is a little bit different to what I've seen in the past. And so, I think Pacino, De Niro, and Pesci are all incredible. Obviously, it's a performance-driven movie, but I don't think that's one of the best movies in the year in my opinion.
Yeah. I will say Al Pacino was amazing in this movie. In my opinion, he gave the best performance in the whole entire film. I thought he was incredible. You guys haven't got a chance to watch it yet, right?
No, I have
No,
stuff to do in my life.
And you know what happens. I will watch it, but
Yeah, based on true story. So
I wanna
you
know-
the gist of it.
I want to know the thing that I want to know the most is how was the de-aging?
The de-aging looked great.
I didn't even notice it.
The de-aging looked great.
I didn't notice
For the
it.
most part, it looked great in my opinion. There's definitely moments, but I think for the most part, it looked pretty good. And if I'm not mistaken, for the most part of the movie, De Niro is de-aged.
Yes.
And so,
especially in the trailer.
well, yeah, the trailer you can tell, but I thought it looked good in this. I mean,
Oh, are they not de-aged the whole entire movie?
well, it's kind of a time jump.
It time jumps
Time
a
jumps
lot.
to back and forth
A
little
lot.
bit. So,
Gotcha.
I didn't. It never came across my mind like, oh, that looks terrible. But I think that there's moments where you can definitely.
I think
catch
the
it.
first scene where they show him is a little odd. You can
'Cause he's
tell,
the youngest.
but as it gets
Yeah.
in, like once you
You
get to the
get
middle of
used
the
to it.
movie, I couldn't tell.
How young are they de-aging now? Like how many years?
That's the thing.
We don't
Okay,
know
because Sheeran, when he died, he was 80. I think it was like 82 or 85 or something like that. So I wonder why they de-age him at all. Because De Niro's he's a little bit older, but he could have. I don't know how much they necessarily needed to de-age him for him to play
Well, I
this
mean, if-
role.
if-
Granted, it was 40 years ago.
If
50
you
years ago.
compare him to his first wife in the movie, she's way younger than
Yes.
he is, and so.
And she's older.
But how old? That's the question. Like, is
Yeah.
she 40? Is
She looks
50?
like she. See, I assume she's
So-
probably in her 40s.
And so that means that'd be a solid 30 years for De Niro.
So
20
Yeah.
years. So I mean that's
Yeah.
So they de-aged them to about 50?
And they gave
they
him
probably de-aged him to about 45.
That's what I was
somewhere
thinking
Yeah.
in his
around
mid
45,
40s.
50,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
They gave him super blue eyes.
Yeah, that was the biggest.
That's the part.
That's the biggest thing for me. His eyes didn't look real. His eyes did not look real. They should have just left his eyes alone.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah. But the thing is, when you look at this, because I went to look at just regular
He
pictures
had-
of him, and boy, I just didn't realize how much older De Niro and Pacino have both gotten. So,
Oh, yeah.
So I get why they did it, but and Pesci as well, because I had obviously none of it. We haven't seen Pesci in so long, and to see him in that first scene when they're at the
truck
yeah.
stop.
I was like, oh my gosh, wow, Pesci's
Yeah.
gotten old, man. I love Joe Pesci, love him, but yeah, just having not seen him in a while, it was jarring. But then Pesci, I think, looked the best of the de-aging.
It wasn't because it wasn't in that much.
He's not, but he's in it more than I was expecting. Harvey Keitel's not in it as much as I thought. But I
The
just
cast, I didn't even realize how nice,
cast-
how good the
yeah,
cast
the
was.
cast
I'm
is
telling you,
massive.
that's what
Massive.
that's what I think for me being a Scorsese guy.
Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
But it's having just Keitel and Pesci, De Niro all together in this movie again, and then of course Pacino. Hard to believe it's his first Scorsese movie. No, that's not true. Scent of a Woman, right? Was that
No.
Pretty sure. Was that not Scorsese?
No. That's
Who directed that? Did he not direct it?
no.
You're the one who would know.
I should have known.
We'd be asking you.
I thought he did. Maybe I'm thinking
This is
something
the
else.
first collaboration as
You're right.
actor director.
That's actor director. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he always
That's
he
crazy.
directed
I
that.
didn't even think about that.
But yeah, well, whatever. It's hard to believe, but yeah, I kind of agree. I wouldn't say it's necessarily. It's not in my top 5 Scorsese films. There's a couple that I've missed. Like I've never seen King of Comedy, which I can't believe.
Neither have I.
And I've never watched Last Temptation of Christ. Those may be the only 2.
Did you see Silence?
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I.
Ah.
Yeah, I know.
You think this movie's long?
Yeah, that's what I hear about
Wait
that.
till silence.
Yeah, right.
And we saw.
you know what?
You
And
and
I
I
was
saw
thinking
that in
about him.
theaters too.
And there was a couple. Yeah, and there's a couple, oh my god, really? There's a couple of guys, a couple of performances where I'm like, Adam Driver would have been perfect in this role, or DiCaprio as well. Like, there's a couple of people that I thought he could have filled in. Everybody was great, but the best scenes for me in this movie were all the interactions or the beast with Pacino, with Hoffa, and the little guy.
Yeah.
Boy, that was some classic Scorsese mob movie stuff between two.
So many headshots in this movie. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
A lot of headshots, and a lot of people getting kicked. You're gonna have Scorsese
There is
movies.
one big issue I had, and it came early on, is when De Niro was doing the hitting when he was.
Yes, you could tell.
With not just the kicking and stuff, but
Yes.
also when he was shooting the gun.
Yes.
The way he was shooting the gun, it's like that doesn't look right.
He's 75 years old.
Yeah,
so
you can definitely tell
There was
compared
this-
to what his face looked like.
That
Yeah,
same
he's moving
thing-
very slow.
Yeah.
That same thing
Yeah.
happened in Captain Marvel earlier this year with Samuel Jackson. Any kind of as good as he looked, any of the action stuff where he's got
Still
to fight,
older.
you're like, yeah,
Still
that's a
older.
70-year-old man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
He's 70.
Samuel Jackson, yeah.
I feel like they
Turns
should have
out,
put
I know, right?
like stunt doubles on those scenes.
Right.
Something
You know,
like that.
But again, I get it. You want to capture those guys' performances. And like I said, Pacino is just the best we've seen him in a while. I mean, he's always great and stuff, but it's the best he's done. He's going full Pacino for especially all his speeches and
Yeah,
stuff.
he was my favorite part of the
but
movie.
it was still great.
Because he was let loose. He was able to go
that's what I'm
crazy.
saying,
And
exactly.
De Niro, his performance was very subtle.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
Pesci as well.
Him reacting with facial expressions to what they're doing, and he didn't talk that much. And it kind of reminded me of his role in Jackie Brown in a way,
yes.
where he's very quiet and subtle in the
Yes.
background. It was very, very similar to that. I was thinking about that the whole
That
time.
is that might be my favorite performance of his.
Oh, it was great, and
in Jackie Brown.
so I did enjoy his performance. And you know, Joe Pesci I was expecting Goodfellas Joe Pesci in this movie, but that's not who the character was.
Exactly.
Even though he was a powerful figure in this world, he's not that guy. You know, not that Al Pacino was doing anything violent, but he was more the crazy one who was going wild.
Way more collected and reserved than Nicky. Not Nicky. I forgot his name
in Goodfellas.
but
Yeah.
that was Casino. But he's basically the same guy. But yeah, the one thing I noticed, and Anna Paquin does not speak until the end of this movie.
I know, it's so weird. I was shocked when I saw her.
Dude, it's an Oscar.
I had no idea she was in this movie.
She played the oldest daughter, right? Like the
Was she the
first
oldest one? I
daughter.
think
She played the daughter that they kept going back to, but grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if she was the youngest or the oldest. I'm not sure.
remember.
I think she was the one who he took to the store
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the store
guy
owner
pushed
pushed
her.
her or something.
But that was
Which
the
I
same
would
daughter
probably
that
do
was
the
still
same thing.
curious about what he was doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And I think she knew as well.
Yeah. Well, I think she figured it
saw
out
it.
over time. And then
She
the
saw
very
it.
first scene we saw her when they're looking at the TV about someone dying. I think that's kind of the scene where she's like,
She knows that he was
my
involved.
dad just did this,
Yeah.
etc., etc. So
Yeah. So what was Al Pacino? The thing with Al Pacino and his daughter. What was their relationship like? She just looked at him as an uncle or
Yeah.
something like that? Because she was very upset later on in the film when things go down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she took she took more of a liking to him than
Oh,
than the Pesci's
he was
character.
more of like a father figure. That's true. Yeah, because Pesci was trying to be like
Do
a
the same
cool,
thing,
fun
and
uncle
she
to
just
her,
was like, no,
and she was
don't like that guy. So
interesting. And she was more friendly with Al Pacino than she was with her own dad.
Right.
For
Right.
most of the movie. Yeah.
Right. And that's the kind of guy Jimmy Hoffa was. I was very surprised and pleasantly surprised they included all the Kennedy stuff, because there was always rumors about that around JFK and how he got elected and his possible ties to the mob and the election fixing and stuff. Which, if you follow the news, that's still a thing. But yeah, I was, and obviously the speculation on his assassination.
Yeah, I like the
Possible
historical
mob ties
context
there.
involved.
Yeah, that was-
involved.
there was a lot involved in the movie.
All the
which
Cuba
is-
stuff,
which is
cool.
why
Which
it
is
was
really-
3 hours and 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Which is
There's
why
a
it
lot
was
of
that
stuff.
long.
Yeah, they just
Well,
cover.
that's the thing. It's not that I mind sitting down for 3 hours and 30 minutes. It's just they could have edited it and cut it better, and the movie would have been better for being shorter in a way. Or
Probably.
he should have just made a miniseries, like a
He
5,
said no.
6 episode miniseries.
People say that.
Is that what they?
He himself was like,
Yeah.
no, he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to
See,
do that.
that's the thing. I think there needs to be like a middle ground of, okay, let the director do what they want to do, but then there has to be somebody who says, oh, maybe you should, make this movie 2 hours and 30 minutes. But Scorsese, nobody's going to tell Scorsese no. And it's kind of like Tarantino, right? With Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where that movie could have used some editing, some more editing and cutting. And we know his editor had passed away, and she was the only one who told him no. So I wish, because to me, like, even though Wolf of Wall Street is very long as well, it just seems like very smooth, and it's edited well, and it doesn't feel as long as it is.
A lot of Scorsese films, as much as I love them, there are a lot of moments, and this movie kind of has the same issue where there's multiple points where this movie could end right now, and it kind of just keeps going. I felt that way about Wolf of Wall Street, and I'm feeling that way now about The Irishman. I'm watching at certain points where it's like, okay, this really could be the end. And I looked, now there's still like 25, 35 minutes left. Just to clarify, I haven't actually finished it. I've got like 32 minutes left in the movie, but I'm at a point in the movie now
Watch
where...
you come back, you're like, it's the greatest Scorsese film ever.
Are we doing... It's not spoilers, it's a historical thing. Jimmy Hoffa is dead, and I actually just got to the point where Sheeran has shot him in the head. If that's what happened, that's what Sheeran says he did, so we don't really know. But and literally, that's where I cut it off before I came here today. But and I'm looking, and there's still 32 minutes left. Like, what are we doing? Where's it go from here? That's really, so I don't know. But I still love it. I'm enjoying it. This is one of those things. It's a once in a lifetime thing. We're not going to get Scorsese and all these guys together. So I enjoy it just for that, and I think it is very well done. The film is a lot of classic Scorsese technical stuff. Things. His style is definitely. It's him. It's all over it. So I enjoy
music
it
has a heavy presence in the film.
He's the best. He and Tarantino are my two favorite directors, but they're the two best in Hollywood at the way they use music in their movies. They're the best. They're the best of all time. I really enjoy the music as well. Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, I enjoyed the film, but it's not going to be one of my favorite of the year for sure. Have you been watching anything else?
Nothing new. Although I rewatched. I just mentioned it earlier, but Tangled, which much as I really, it's a great movie, man. Love that movie.
Never seen Tangled.
Really?
What?
Boy,
Tangled
I'll tell
is
you
good.
what. If
I've
you
seen
love
the
Frozen,
movie before you?
You'll love Tangled.
Never seen Tangled. You saw Frozen before me.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You should watch that.
I know.
Yeah.
I think I don't know when did it come out. It was
Like 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
I was
It's
a senior-
another
I was a
one of
senior in high
those-
school. While to go watch an anime movie.
Yeah,
myself,
true.
you know what I mean?
That's
A
true.
Disney
Yeah.
princess film
Trying to
as
be an 18-year-old
well.
going to see a Disney princess
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
He said now he's an almost 30-year-old. Seeing it at a grown
Yeah, but now we're reviewing movies and stuff, so it's a little different. But
Yeah,
Tangled
we're,
is good.
we're reviewing movies.
Yeah.
I want to go see it because I want
Yeah.
to see it.
That's our excuse. Like, man, why are you going to watch Frozen 2? Man, I have to review it.
Yeah.
You know? It's- I
I
tell my other buddies
job.
that. Yeah.
It's my job.
Yeah.
No, but Tangled is good because it's another one of those that kind of flip the fairy tale story on its
Yes.
head a little bit.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's really good. Mandy Moore
check
and
it out.
Shazam is what's his name?
Exactly.
Yeah, he voices the guy. And,
Oh, really? I didn't know
yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah,
awesome.
I really enjoy that. But no, I just watched something that it's a movie I don't like. We've talked about it several times. Since y'all love it.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Among the three, no, dumb movie. No,
I love it.
oh yeah, you love this movie.
What is it?
White
It
chick?
is Star Wars
Live.
Episode 3,
Oh.
Revenge of the Sith.
This movie's not bad.
Yeah.
No, it's bad,
This is not a bad movie.
but I didn't.
No,
I
I don't think so.
This is one of the best Star Wars movies ever.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, listen. My daughter and I were kind of doing a little running commentary through it, and it's better than I've been. It's a bad movie.
I'm not saying the dialogue's good.
It's dialogue's horrible.
Yeah, I know that.
Horrible. But there's some actually really good moments in it that I just would roll my eyes at over the years and go, okay, sit and watch it and go, okay, I get that. And I mean, everyone's talked about it, but the scene with at the weird water bubble opera.
The water.
I mean, when
oh my
he's
god, I
telling-
forgot about that.
But when he's telling that story, Ian McDermott is awesome. in
You know
this
that's
movie.
JJ's favorite scene in the prequels, right?
Oh, really?
He came out and said last week
Okay.
that the one memorable scene from the prequels
Which
is when
is interesting.
I'm
Palpatine's
telling you,
telling-
I was
Palpatine's telling Anakin about Darth Plagueis and
I
everything.
was thinking about this new one coming up when
Yeah.
I was watching that scene, man, and we kind of were going back and just breaking it down and just watching the way he's telling that story, and even Hayden Christensen's kind of his reactions to it. It's interesting the way I've never wanted to break down a movie and just redo it as much as I want to do all three of these, but especially this one. But there's so many moments where you're like, Anakin, what?
Something
It's right
wrong.
there. No, not even the whiny stuff. It's like, dude, it's right there. He's telling you he's the bad guy pretty much the whole time. Like, all of you guys, no one's figuring this out. He's saying it's me. I'm doing it, and they still get. Maybe that's intentional. That's just the Jedi were blinded by their.
I think that's the
arrogance.
idea of it.
And
Yeah.
so, but I enjoyed it a little bit more than I usually have.
Features the greatest lightsaber fight of all time.
Nah, see, I disagree. It's
Okay, so
very
I'll take-
choreographed.
Out of curi-
Duel
out
of
of
the Fates.
curiosity-
Duel of the
Okay,
Fates
that's what I was
all
gonna-
day.
What would be number one to you then?
I love that too, but those
Empire
are
Strikes Back,
very-
Vader versus Luke is
they're
awesome.
so
but-
choreographed. I mean, they're all choreographed, but they're felt more like a dance.
But that's the way the Jedi were trained. Like that's how they fight.
See, I disagree because,
best-
maybe you're right, but
The best one was Obi-Wan against Maul after Qui-Gon gets
that I agree with. I
when
think
Obi-Wan
that
just
portion of
shows
Duel of Fates,
hand.
which we hear Duel of Fates again in this new one, but I kind of would go to it's a little bit. I don't know how to describe it, but I think the Rey and Kylo Ren fight, as raw as Rey is, she really know what she's doing. But I think that one in Episode 7, I think that will be up there for me.
And you're referring to Obi-Wan versus Anakin, right?
On Mustafar, it's good, and there's a lot at stake there. But
Second best one ever is Ahsoka versus Vader in Rebels.
we're going live action here.
Finn
That is good.
Finn versus the Stormtrooper.
It's
That was a pretty good one.
all right.
That's not a lightsaber fight.
Let's say add one. If that's the case, then the answer is, if we're going to do that, then it's Vader in Rogue One when he just.
Yeah.
There you go.
If it includes a lightsaber, period,
Or-
then yours would be the Praetorian Guard.
Exactly.
If-
Or Rey and
If
Kylo.
we're doing not touching lightsabers, I will always pick the Darth Vader in the hallway.
If we're not doing touching lightsabers, then the Luke versus Kylo Ren one's not bad either.
Sure.
From The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
There
were
two
of
Because
them
they
involved.
never touch lightsabers.
That's
I
true.
will always pick that hallway scene
Sure.
at
No,
the end of Rogue One.
Man, you guys are crazy. Duel of Fates is the greatest of all time. No
I
question.
love it. No, it's good.
I know.
That
That was
wasn't
a
even a
murking.
fight.
When he just holds him and goes,
Oh,
that's
my God.
the
Yeah.
ah, love that.
That's
Maul
amazing.
in Solo, where he just turns his on for no reason and then turns it off.
Oh, greatest.
Jake and I saw Midway though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. A
How's
little
that?
late to the party, but better late than never.
Midway. Any
We
fed,
saw it.
forgettable?
You saw it.
It's a movie.
Like you guys saw 21 Bridges as well,
Just a
right?
movie.
Yeah.
Dialogue.
Really?
And so
Oh,
quickly, because
no.
we do have to move on
Yeah.
Yeah,
quickly. The dialogue in Midway is absolutely terrible.
So bad.
I don't know who I was telling this to, but it might have been Gigi.
Yeah, you were talking
Um,
about Roland Emmerich.
The dialogue, and this movie's full of great actors.
It's a Roland Emmerich movie.
Yeah, so
Oh.
this movie's full of great actors, right? It has,
I didn't know that.
Whatever we may think about Dennis Quaid now, Dennis Quaid's a great actor. You know, Woody Harrelson, Patrick Wilson. I've never thought bad of the lead guy. Why am I forgetting his name? He plays the bad guy in Deadpool. He was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, right.
I forget his name at the moment, but I've never thought bad about any of these actors. The dialogue made them all bad actors.
Everyone.
I swear to you, the only good actor in this movie is Patrick Wilson. Everybody else, I don't even freaking care about.
Wow.
And it sucks because the main actor is Ed Skrein. That's his name.
Ed
Ed
Skrein.
Skrein.
Who wrote this movie? That's the question.
It is the dialogue is so bad. The action scenes are really cool, like all the dogfighting with the planes and everything, and how that all went down. But you don't care about it because the dialogue is so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Nick Jonas was good in the movie. Small role. The guy who played Ed Skrein's wingman, really cool little character. Small role. I mean, it's very strange. And we were sitting there, and I'm saying as quick as I possibly can, but it's a movie about the Americans versus the Nazis, right? But
No.
this is Americans versus Japan. The Nazis are involved on the outside. They're not really in the movie. There are two actors who are on the Nazi side in The Man in the High Castle who are playing Americans in the movie.
Yeah.
And the entire time I'm thinking to myself, these guys are Nazis for the last 6 years in my brain. I can't see them as Americans now. It is
That's
so
crazy.
strange to
That's
me
weird.
that they casted these guys as Americans.
Yeah.
But I'm in my head, I'm like, these guys are bad guys. These guys are freaking bad guys this entire
Roland
time.
Emmerich, he's worse than us. This is worse than Pearl Harbor. That's saying a lot.
Yes.
No. I've
Yes.
never seen it. I've never
Yeah, I
seen
didn't even
it.
see
But
it.
based on what he's saying, I mean, you can't.
I would
Pearl
take the
Harbor's-
love story in Pearl Harbor over this movie.
Ugh, really?
Mandy
You
Moore's
saw
in
it.
it for like 2
I
years.
Wow.
actually
The way
like
that
Pearl
ends-
Harbor. It's a
Pearl
guilty
Harbor.
pleasure of mine.
So I like
The
it.
action.
To be honest.
The action in Pearl Harbor is way more realistic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because this is
Oh,
so
with
much
the-
CGI,
yeah.
CGI heavy.
Yeah.
It's like in your face. There's so many bullets and everything. And
Yeah.
the Pearl Harbor stuff was so contained and realistic.
Yeah.
So.
Ugh.
And 21 Bridges. was
Roland
good.
Emmerich.
Gio, quick thoughts on Knives Out? No spoilers, please.
Okay.
If you can.
Because, yeah, no spoilers
We got about 60
at all.
seconds.
Alright, as far as murder mysteries go, this one is pretty damn good. You always look for misdirection in this movie, and I thought it was well executed. That's Ryan Johnson. I thought this movie was a little bit more contained as far as what he normally does, because his movies are so, like, out there, deeper messages, whatnot. This one, he had a great cast to work with. I thought Don Johnson was great, as well as
you guys said that too,
as well
yeah.
as Jamie Lee Curtis. But the standout has to be the lead actress. What's her name?
Anna de Armas.
Yeah, her opposite
She's right
Chris
there.
Evans.
Yeah,
That's
right
her.
That's her.
Wow, I didn't even notice that she's great. She's great. There's humor in it, and it really the ending. It all kind of comes together. Thanks in part to Daniel Craig as the inspector.
His awesome Southern accent.
His awesome Southern accent. Great ensemble, and I would honestly watch it again. Like if I had the opportunity, I'd go and
It's
see
the
it.
perfect Thanksgiving movie. It really is. It's PG-13. So
And
it's
it's-
the
You know,
perfect
I was
Thanksgiving
always
movie.
wondering, like, Thanksgiving,
About
that's
families.
weird, but it's a family getting together, and I know there's arguments in the film. Families
You
arguing.
can easily take
Yeah.
your kids to it because the only bad part that includes very bad language is the moment we see in the trailers with Chris Evans where he's saying, "You eat shit, you eat shit, you eat shit." That's the only bad part as far as language goes in the movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
gonna go, but I'm excited. I want to see Chris Evans in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Like, he looks
So
so
good.
funny.
He
in
plays
it.
a douchebag so well.
Yeah. All right, Jake. Well,
You're good,
any
you're
more
good.
thoughts?
You're good. No, you're good.
All right. What's our hot topic of the week?
Yeah, so I mean, it's vacation week obviously with Thanksgiving, and we all have some time off, and not a whole lot of news is coming out, and so I thought, what the hell? Let's have some fun with some streaming war stuff.
Yeah.
And I came across this image a number of weeks ago, and I've wanted to do it for a while here on the show. But essentially, what we're going to do is that we're giving a $35 budget, and we have to pick the streaming services that we are going to subscribe to. And they all have a number count to them, and I'll run them down here pretty quickly because there are a lot of them. And this includes the ones that are coming in the future because all of them are officially announced. And so we have Prime Video, which is $9, Apple Plus at $5, CBS All Access at $6, Disney Plus at $7, Epix at $6, HBO Max at $15, Hulu at $6, Netflix at $13, Peacock at $7, Showtime at $11, Stars at $9, YouTube at $16. Now this is what they are in the real world as far as price goes. And so we're given $35 to spend our money, and we have to choose what streaming services we're going to be subscribing to. I imagine it's going to be very similar, but it's going to be very interesting because that HBO Max is sitting there at $15, which could destroy your budget there. So. Who do I want to go first? Who do I want to go to first?
I'm not ready yet.
Jacob, why don't you start us off? Why not?
Okay,
You
I know
start
my
us off.
answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was just calculating what I'm really spending right now on this
Yeah.
stuff. Which, all right. So the thing is, I share my Netflix account with my mom, so she pays for it. But so if I counted that, I'm really spending like over $50 on streaming services if I counted that. And I also have the Hulu Disney Plus bundle, so take that into account. But also, all right, so if you say from scratch, I don't have any of these. I have $35 and that's it.
Yep.
So it's pretty easy for me. I'm going Netflix for sure. It just has so much stuff, like the originals, tons of stuff. Even though they're losing a lot of things, everyone's doing their own streaming service now. So, in 5 years, Netflix is not going to have the library that it has. It's going to have to start cranking out more original stuff or buy some studios or something like that. So I've got to go Netflix. And of course, I have to go Disney Plus. There's no question about that. If I could only have one, it would be Disney Plus. Just because Star Wars and Marvel, there you go. Take my money all day.
I'm already surprised because you're not going what I thought you would have gone.
Yeah, so I have to have Netflix. I have to have Disney Plus. And now I'm already at $20. And if you're forcing me, and here's the thing, Prime is difficult because you have Amazon Prime as well. So I'm not counting that. I'm just acting as if it was only for the streaming service. But so I have $20, Disney Plus, Netflix. I'm going HBO Max. So I only have 3 streaming services. That's all I can watch. It's Netflix, Disney Plus, and HBO Max. HBO Max because, I don't know what it's going to be once it actually comes out. But it has so much history on it as far as all-time great TV shows. I just finished watching The Sopranos recently. It has the Game of Thrones. We're getting the Game of Thrones spin-offs. It's going to have all the DC stuff on it in the future. So I don't see how I could leave that one off. So I'm going, Netflix, Disney Plus, and HBO Max.
Ooh, that's interesting. leaving off a lot of stuff there.
I am, because HBO Max and Netflix are so expensive.
$15.
So
Brian,
yeah.
So I don't even know what Epix is.
it's a really, really good channel. That's where the Pennyworth show is.
Okay, and I'm assuming Peacock is NBC.
That's their new streaming service.
Okay, but for me, I'm actually, it was funny because I was going through this and like trying to figure out which ones I would want, and it's literally the ones that I have. So I was like, oh, it equaled $35. So I was like, all right.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Netflix, obviously being the most expensive one, and Disney Plus, picking that number one, obviously, and then Prime Video, and then Hulu.
Nice.
Which is literally the four that I have.
That's a
right
good
now.
variety. You get 4 of them.
And then
Well,
I reach off Jake's
I get
HBO.
3.
So,
Who says I'm getting HBO?
no, I'm saying right now.
You have my HBO login?
No, I don't.
Jake doesn't even know.
No, I don't.
Breaking news.
We're gonna have time on this later.
Probably had you log in. Hey, what? Use my laptop one time to watch HBO and keep it on there.
Keith, what do you think? Oh, Jacob, real quick. Do you have YouTube TV?
All right, I do. But all right, so what is this? YouTube for $16.
I think it's YouTube Red. That's what it is.
So I have YouTube TV,
Got it.
which is like cable, and it is actually $50 a month.
Holy hell.
But
Actually, I'm paying more than that, so.
me and my uncle split it though, and you can have 5 accounts. And when you log into your account, it's like they can't see my account. They can't log into my account. So my DVR is just all mine. I can use my phone to watch it.
So nice.
I love YouTube TV, honestly. If you can split it with someone, because $50 is a lot. But me and my uncle split it, $25. It's totally worth it because I don't have any other way to watch sports.
Yeah.
So gotta have that.
Keith, what do you think, man? What do you got?
See, I have Sling TV for that.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, exactly what. Same for.
Same as Brian?
Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna do. Because YouTube's free, so I'm not.
Yeah. Right?
I know HBO Max is gonna have more than what HBO. HBO Now. I have HBO Now.
Yeah.
But I mean, all the stuff that's on HBO now is just all that I want. So, but yeah, all these other ones: look, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix. Came right out. I did the same thing. I was like, yeah, it comes right out to $35.
Funny how a lot of this adds up to $35.
Yeah. And whatever is Hulu's for my TV shows. I know. I'm curious how much Hulu is still going to have as far as TV shows, like with CBS and because a lot of stuff is still on Hulu.
One they're owned by Disney now too.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's where I watch like The Good Place or Atlanta and stuff like that I don't get. Because I don't have the network stuff. But it's all still on Hulu as well. So Disney Plus, of course, and then whatever else I'm missing, I'll just buy it on Amazon Prime and watch it there. So
See, if we were having this conversation, for me, if Green Lantern was out, things would be a little different.
So,
I can deal with
series?
Watchmen.
That's the thing though. Now that you chose, it's forever.
Don't get it.
You
don't
can't.
get HBO Max.
You're not just choosing now. You're choosing forever.
That's fine.
So you're not going to get to watch the Green Lantern show, and I'm not letting you come over to watch it either.
How dare you?
hey, you can buy it on Amazon though. All the TV, everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Gio? I feel like yours is going to be either similar to Jacob's or exactly
gonna be
like
HBO Max.
It's
HBO Max.
exactly Jacob's. Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, right? All the Marvel content coming out. Then Netflix. Make no mistake, when all these other streaming shows come out, it's still going to be Netflix.
Mhm.
Their stand-up comedies are just amazing. Their original content, going back to Beast of No Nation.
Yeah.
And My Name is Dolomite. You know, like they
Still
are
haven't watched
Scorsese
I
now.
always forget about it until we do these.
Exactly.
Right? And Scorsese now, they can attract. They are legit in Hollywood as far as the studio goes. And then HBO Max, I mean, Green Lantern, alternate cuts of movies. It's going to be...
I don't think they
awesome.
confirmed that.
Watchmen.
That's never
Watchmen,
happened.
absolutely.
Remember, it's a pipe dream.
Hey, we're not
Ooh,
talking
Brian, you're
about-
giving up Watchmen as
Ooh,
well.
Nuh-uh. Watchmen's on
Watchmen.
HBO.
And Watchmen's
Well, I
HBO.
know, but
And
so
then
you don't think it's
Max.
going to be on HBO Max?
It will be, but it's airing on HBO.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like if he's not choosing HBO.
But if you
though.
subscribe to HBO Max, that has nothing to do with HBO. That's with your TV service.
Okay,
So you can have HBO, but you can't have HBO Max.
interesting.
Because it'll just be whatever's on HBO. It's just on. That's why I say I have HBO now, and just whatever's on there, I just watch that anyway.
Well,
so.
everything that airs on HBO goes on HBO now.
Max. Or HBO now, but it will be HBO Max.
I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing with HBO Max.
Yeah. What I'm saying is he can have HBO through his service.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
So, but Green Lantern's on HBO.
But
That's what I'm saying.
the
Max
stuff
is
on
original,
HBO Max won't be on HBO. It's just HBO.
Yes.
Okay. Confusing, but okay.
So will a prequel Game of Thrones that inevitably will come be?
Honestly, we don't know. We don't know for sure. They might have everything on HBO Max.
I don't see a way that show's not on HBO. There is no way they don't air.
I'm assuming all of the HBO stuff is gonna eventually be on HBO Max.
But it'll air on HBO.
Yeah, and then go to HBO Max.
Yeah.
It's gonna have their whole library eventually.
I think a conversation that we haven't really talked about is what will this do for cable?
Cable's gonna be gone in like a decade.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I mean, you obviously have.
We thought that 10 years ago, and it's still here.
Well, no, I mean, I think you'll obviously have your basic cable, your Fox, your Food Networks, that kind of.
That's
stuff.
what's keeping them.
But
ESPN and all that stuff is what's keeping
honestly,
them.
the premium channels like Stars, HBO, all these other packages and extra things you have to add on, like.
Well, they all do their streaming services now anyway.
Right, and then YouTube TV, you can watch football, right, and all that stuff.
That's true.
That's less sports.
But all the deals with sport, you're right. That's last sports. Yes. But the sports stuff is what's keeping them. Is really what's keeping them alive, especially ESPN and Comcast and all the deals that all
Monday
these.
Night Football too.
Thursday Night Football.
They do, don't they?
Thursday Night
Thursday Night
Football.
Football. Yeah.
Because like we can't watch the Kings.
Twitter does
they're
stuff
only
too
on,
sometimes with
yeah, they are.
sports.
Yeah, they do. I saw a football game last year on Twitter.
Yeah, which is wild.
I was at work once, but yeah.
All right, Mr. Burley.
So you guys are 2v2 right now. I could break the tie, but I'm going somewhere different. So,
Of course he is.
so I got Netflix and Disney Plus, obviously. I considered HBO Max.
But then that's the rest of your budget that's gone.
Well, not just that, but I don't see a way that the tie-breaking show for me is Game of Thrones, not Green Lantern right now, because I don't know what Green Lantern's going to look like.
Amazing. That's what it's going to look like.
I hope, I really do. But, so I don't see a way that they put a Game of Thrones prequel just on HBO Max, which is why I'm okay with it being on HBO, and me not getting HBO Max, which is why I'm including Prime Video and Apple Plus on my budget.
There, that's
So,
what I thought you said before.
I've been watching all the Apple Plus shows, and I really enjoy the Apple Plus shows. I don't know how much content they're going to have in the future, but for right now, for just the $5, I'm liking what I'm watching. And these are the 4 that I have right now. I have Prime, Disney Plus, Netflix, and Apple Plus. It's less than $35, but it's what I went with. And for Hulu, I don't care. The only thing I care about on Hulu is the Smallville reruns. So eventually that'll be somewhere else, and I can watch them elsewhere. And I have to watch.
Do they have every season on Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I need to check that. I have Hulu now, so
Yeah, so
I need to check that out.
I knew there was no
It's
way
gross.
you were giving up Prime. I knew there was
No,
no way.
Well, yeah. I like what Prime is doing with original movies, and I like their TV series. Mrs. Maisel, Fleabag's 2 seasons over now. Man in the High Castle, even though it's becoming over.
I haven't watched.
They have the Lord of the Rings series coming. Jack Ryan's on there, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I like on there TV wise, and they're doing a lot of original movies. Like there's a new one coming out this week called The Report that I'm losing my mind for with Adam Driver that I get to watch.
Yes.
So,
Although here's the thing though, Prime comes with Amazon Prime.
I know,
It's free,
but I'm
So
still paying
I can
for it.
allocate that.
I'm still paying for Prime Video though.
Yes, I mean yeah.
You're
I do the
technically
annual.
signing up for the streaming service by signing up for Amazon Prime.
But I didn't even when I
do the annual.
signed up for Amazon Prime, I wasn't even thinking about Amazon Video. I just got
No, me
Amazon
either.
Prime, and I was like, oh wait a minute, I get Amazon Video
Yeah,
too.
I didn't. That's the same
But-
thing. I didn't realize it.
You know, I realized something though.
Here we go.
No, hold on, it's not even a big deal. But
Here we go.
He's gonna
No.
change his tune.
I can't live on without watching The Boys season 2, and that's gonna be on Prime Video. Oh my goodness!
So are you
that's so
switching it?
tough.
Are you switching it? You get one chance to switch it.
Man,
One chance.
I just remembered The Boys and the Lord of the Rings show. All right, I'm changing it. Sorry, HBO Max. I'm going Prime Video and Hulu. There we go. $35. Is that the same thing you guys said?
Yes.
There we go. Let's do it, dude. Lord of the Rings. Oh my goodness.
Is it directed by Peter Jackson?
No, but
he is.
Peter Jackson did the Hobbit movies, and look how shitty those were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and now
Just saying,
Lord of the
man.
Rings on a streaming service. You think it's gonna look that much better than The Hobbit?
I don't know, man, but
He doesn't.
Yeah.
It's
This
gonna
could
look
be-
way better than Han.
Yes.
It's
this
gonna
could
look
be
better than Han.
amazing. I don't think they're gonna go heavy CGI. They're not gonna go heavy CGI. They're gonna go
Watch
practical.
Watchmen's on a budget.
So you're true.
On a TV.
Okay.
Watchmen's on TV. Mandalorian's on TV.
Look how good those look.
Watchmen is so
Dude,
much more
they're-
grounded.
Oh
Lord of the
my
Rings
God.
They're
is so much
spending
more
so
fantasy.
much
Look at
money
The
on.
Mandalorian.
They're spending so much money on Lord of the Rings. I forget the
Look at The
exact
Mandalorian.
number, but
Mandalorian focuses on one character.
Oh,
they're
here we
spending
go.
more
Here we
money
go.
on Lord of the Rings than they are Mandalorian. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
It's like
Yeah.
half a-
It can't
They
be
are.
any more than
It's
Game of
10
Thrones.
It's $10 to $15 million an episode.
Yep.
About the same as Game
Oh,
of
so
Thrones,
you
right?
guys. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Wow. So you guys are okay with them spending 10, 15 million per episode times what? 10 episodes. That's what? That's 100 million.
Yeah, 150.
But a couple million for VFX unfinished shots and too much.
Oh
editing.
my God! Here we go.
It's not a
That's
couple.
throwing away money.
Here's the cool thing, though. This isn't Warner Brothers doing it for HBO. This is Prime, so it's a little different.
Mm.
They literally spent millions to that horrible
Is
Mustache.
Is,
millions.
is Peter Jackson involved?
Yes.
Look, it's
Hey,
close, but honestly,
as an
The
executive
Boys
producer.
puts it
Yeah.
over the edge for me
Well,
because
yeah. That's The
it's my
Boys.
favorite television show this year, and I can't wait for season 2. So
I still haven't watched it.
Amazon.
You haven't
You
watched
watch The
it?
Boys?
Oh,
I've been telling him to
I
watch
haven't
this for
seen
so
it.
long.
We can have a viewing party soon.
Keith, you'll love it.
Yeah, it's-
I
like the
think
Boys.
Gio would love it
It's
too.
dark.
Dude, you would love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna come back and be like,
Like
okay,
Lord
Lord of the Rings can spend that much money on money or on TV show. Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't understand you guys, man.
We don't understand you with the Snyder Cut BS.
Again, I'm not gonna bring it up. It's on camera. You keep doing that. This is the second time this episode.
You brought it up.
Yeah, you're the one who
You
said
said
a couple $1 million
extended-
on VFX shots.
Extended cuts
You don't know
of,
exactly
of
what I'm
movies.
talking about.
Oh,
Yes,
Gio.
we do.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
But listen, that's just like flushing money down the drain, down the toilet. This is like making a new show to bring in more subscribers.
What else are you gonna do with Lord of the Rings? They already made 3 books. They made the movies. They stretched 1 book into 3 movies.
People,
What else are you gonna do
All right.
with Justice League?
almost
Again,
everyone
I'm
on
not-
Earth has Amazon Video, but people are gonna sign up for Amazon Video just to watch the Lord of the Rings show.
Are you sure? Coming off those Hobbit movies?
That has
That
nothing
I'll
to do with
say
it.
I'm not 100% sure on, to be honest. But
I'm not saying
Gio,
a
Kylo
billion
Ren said
people,
it
but
best.
some
Depends
guys,
on-
there will be.
It'll make the.
Let the
I
past die.
guarantee you. All right, I'll bet you right now. I'll bet you $10.
Oh, put it on the board.
HBO Max doubles the amount of subscribers on day 1 than Amazon Prime or whatever.
I'll take money on that.
Then that's day 1.
Once Lord of the Rings comes out.
once
Do
Lord
you
of the
think
Rings.
they're gonna release those numbers though?
No.
They're not. So how are we gonna know?
So we can't
There's
find
no
those
way to
numbers?
know.
Because
If I-
Prime Video has been a thing for years now. They're not going to be like, oh, our subscribers jumped to this and this because of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
If the service was launching, that's different.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna be
that's
hard to
different.
I'm
track.
sure Variety will write something about it. Anyway.
Those numbers are hard to get. Yeah, you can't really.
Somehow the Snyder Cut finds it,
He will,
creeps
he
its
will
way
never,
into
he'll
our
never let it go.
show.
He'll never let it go.
You guys. Hey, did I say anything?
I'm not saying-
Seriously, did I say anything?
I'm
All
saying-
I talked about was budgets.
I picked
and-
my 4 and I'm
what-
sticking with it.
And honestly, even if they did make it, what makes you think they would release it on HBO Max? They might just release it digitally or something.
No one's. They're not going to release it. There's nothing.
Yeah, they're not.
there's
Yeah, they're not
reason
gonna release
There's nothing to release.
It's
It's
one
listen.
versus 4 here, Gio. Sorry.
That doesn't mean
Ah,
you're
it's,
right.
I'm quiet. I haven't said
Okay,
a word.
1 versus 3. Again.
If Warner Brothers thought this was any good, I know you didn't mention it. I'm mentioning it. If Warner Brothers thought this thing was any good, would have been out already.
No.
They thought they could make a single dollar out of this. thing.
So you're putting confidence in Warner Brothers' ability to make decisions, sound decisions? If Warner
when it
Brothers
comes to
thought
DC
this was
Comics,
anything-
their DC
Warner
properties,
Brothers
yes.
wouldn't know a good
Recently,
film
yeah.
if it was right there in front of them. Okay.
Wow.
What?
They made
What's
Pikachu.
that?
Pikachu.
What the?
Warner Brothers wouldn't know a good DC film if
Okay.
it was right there.
What do you
I
mean?
agree.
Aquaman?
You didn't love Joker?
Warner Brothers would love a good DCE movie.
Now look at this.
Okay.
Oh wow! So Gio thinks Aquaman sucks, and Gio thinks Shazam
Wonder Woman?
sucks.
No,
and
no,
Wonder Woman.
Joker,
Wonder
they
Woman-
had to. Didn't they use another studio to help split it? Did they split the cost of it?
With Shazam?
New Line.
No, Joker.
Shazam did with
New
New
Line.
Line.
Yeah.
Legendary, maybe? They usually do Legendary.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Might be.
Warner Brothers does Legendary.
Because New Line,
Detective
New Line's
Pikachu.
Lord
And
of the
again,
Rings.
Wonder Woman Aquaman, as far away as possible, but still in the DCEU. That movie barely.
So,
barely
wait a second.
references
So,
the
So?
DCEU.
wait, hold on. You're
That's
gonna,
why they allow them to do
wait,
that.
so you're going to put Batman underwater in Atlantis?
Why would you do that?
That's what I'm saying. You have to put it far away from the DCEU.
No, but I'm talking about the reason why those movies are so successful.
And Wonder Woman took place
the
in,
film in
years ago.
1940s.
Yeah.
Those, if you really think about it,
1920s.
even though they're connected to the DCU, they're really solo movies. Very much more like Joker than they are.
There's been tons of.
I wish we had a time machine to go back in time to when you watch these movies.
There's
You
tons
have
of
different
MCU films that
It's tuned to be so
have
different.
done that as
What are
well.
you talking about? I love Aquaman and Wonder Woman, but
You love
let's not kid ourselves. These movies are very much solo movies.
Yeah, they're
They
called
can-
standalone.
They could easily not be connected to the DCEU if they wanted to. Easily, right?
Yes.
I mean,
There's
what?
nothing wrong
You
with that.
mentioned Steppenwolf once.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's why they're so successful, because the studio allowed the filmmakers.
If I'm not mistaken, Wonder Woman came out before Justice League, correct?
We did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what's your argument here?
The argument is because the movie took place back then in
Yeah, it's a
in
prequel.
1900s.
Regardless, they're
they're
still
gonna allow them
They
to
were
do
in the
something.
midst
they're
of the
still
universe.
in
It's
the
a prequel.
DCEU. There's,
But again, I'm saying
Poor
the
execution.
studio
It's
did
their
better
overall
because it's
whatever
like,
they're doing.
okay, you're not going to involve this. And
what
this
about
and this
Shazam?
storyline.
It's referencing the DCEU all over the place.
Look,
Not
and it was-
really.
point
It was
is,
a great movie.
this Snyder
Are you
cut.
kidding me?
Oh, a bat ring, a newspaper.
Superman shows up in the movie.
This
Well,
Snyder cut
Technically, he
does not
does.
make any
Headless Superman.
any difference to the quality
Sorry
of
for
this
spoilers, guys.
stupid
I
movie.
guarantee
Jacob,
you.
I think you're fine 3 years, 2 years after, and say spoilers for that.
Wait, how did we even get here?
he brought up the Snyder Cut.
No, I didn't.
He brought up budgets,
Hated
budgets and extended cuts and
See, the GCEU fandom is rubbing off on them because now
Oh,
they're trying to
God.
find any correlation possible. Like it's contagious.
Why would there be? Yeah, I don't know. I don't doubt that there isn't one. A version, whatever Snyder's version, similar to whatever the other version of Rogue One
You
was
should be
that we'll never
pissed
see.
off that we got the theatrical cut that we got.
Oh, I agree.
And if there was a better
Why would
movie,
they? Why did they put that out instead of this? If there's a better version, why would they?
right? Exactly.
why does every video of ours have to end in the Snyder Cut?
I know.
Can we move on to our next
Yeah.
final
Um,
topic?
Ooh.
I forgot we had a
Sorry.
final topic there.
Back
All right,
next year for
so
versus.
let's
Yeah.
stop focusing on the past and look forward to the future. What we're looking forward to next week. We have the only major release is the Aeronauts coming out next week, which I'm actually excited
I'm
for.
very much looking forward to it, yeah.
There's there might be some movies that we've missed. There's some TV stuff going on. So Jake, what are you looking forward to next week?
Well, I am looking forward to the Aeronauts. Hasn't gotten a lot of buzz, to its lead up. It's a very quiet movie. It did premiere at a number of festivals to good reports earlier this year. So I really like Eddie Redmayne and Felicity.
Yeah,
Jones
those
together.
two leads together. I just
Um,
want to see. Yeah,
They've hit it off before. They've done 2 movies in the past, I believe,
yeah
together.
Theory of Everything, and
They did something else together. I don't know.
I'm
which
sure
one
they
it is.
have, yeah.
And so I really enjoy them on screen. I'm looking forward to it. It's a very different type of movie about the hot air balloon and all that type of stuff. Really, really cool. But I mentioned it already as far as movies go. I'm looking forward to the movie The Report with Adam Driver. It's based on
Oh,
CIA
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like certain things that didn't come to light and everything like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm to pick one single thing this week before our next show, it is Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I can't believe it's here, man.
it
When I
is-
saw it in the
it
notes, I was like,
starts-
"Is it really
It
next week?"
starts this Sunday.
Starts
um,
tomorrow.
No, it
Today.
starts next weekend, I believe. December 8th, I'm pretty sure, is the first
Oh.
episode. And then it has the first 3 episodes are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then they go to their break, and then the final 2 episodes come back in January with Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. I
Oh, there's a long break
It's
in
a-
between.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a mid-season break for this for all the seasons or the series for the holidays, and then they come back for the final 2 episodes in January. This is what this whole universe has been leading up to from the very beginning. Where they go afterwards, I'm not sure, but we're seeing everybody from this universe, including Tom Welling from Smallville. You include Kevin Conroy, who's been voicing Batman for years, coming back as older Bruce Wayne. Brendan Routh as the Kingdom Come Superman. I mean, there's so many elements to this series that are happening.
And
so
the first time Black Lightning is crossing over with
Yes.
them, which I know you don't like Black Lightning, or
I've
you,
never seen
you,
it. Never
you don't
seen
watch
it.
Black Lightning, but I can't wait because his character and the actor who plays him is
Well,
awesome.
he said that the way he's introduced is very cool too.
He is awesome, and I can't wait to see him interact with these other
Yeah,
characters.
it's gonna be very cool.
I'm excited. So I'm only caught up on Arrow and Batwoman. I'm a couple episodes behind on Flash, so I have some time to catch up though. So I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah. So.
Brian, what are you looking forward to?
Same.
Same.
There's nothing really going
Yeah.
on this week, so I mean, that is definitely like the highlight of the week, in my opinion. So.
I still need to do some catching up on actual movies.
That's honestly probably what I'll be doing most. I need to finish Man in the High Castle. I need to catch up on a lot of stuff. Irishman, I need to pick 3.5 hours to sit and watch.
Just watch it like 30 minutes at a time.
That's
Think of it
probably
as a
what I'm
TV
doing.
show, and you're good.
Or I'll be doing something else and have it play in the background.
Don't disrespect Scorsese like that. Come on.
Although I will say,
Agree.
you guys talking about it did pique my interest more than it did.
Yeah.
Who knows? You might like it. There's yeah.
Honestly, it's. I don't think it's boring at all.
You piqued my interest when you started talking about the historical stuff. Baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you piqued my interest in.
Well,
I love
they
that
tie in.
kind of
The
stuff.
There's a
Cuban Missile
lot of it
Crisis
going on, and
all that
how
stuff.
what they're doing affects like the country basically.
Bay of Pigs invasion, all that
pretty
stuff
cool.
ties in.
That piqued my interest, so I'll probably watch.
Gio, you looking forward to anything
Yeah,
next
real
week?
quickly.
Oh, and Watchmen.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Best
This
show
last
on TV
episode
right now.
was. Oh man.
Man, I gotta watch that. I just saw. I'm obviously Crisis on Infinite Earths. I haven't really watched all the shows. There's too many of them.
I
But
just watched Arrow.
I'll definitely
Yeah.
check that out. But coming off of Mandalorian episode 4.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that was the next episode of The
Episode
Mandalorian.
5,
Yeah.
Dave
Episode
Filoni.
Dave
4.
Filoni's directing.
I haven't watched it yet. Man.
I was
Gotta watch
so shocked when I saw.
it. Episode four. I haven't watched.
Oh, you've watched the first 3 though.
Yeah, I watched all 3. Yeah.
When I saw Bryce Dallas
You
Howard
gotta get
directing
to
the
the
last
bottom.
one, I was surprised because that was a really good episode.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite.
So I rewatched it. You guys
Really?
know how I said I was a
You're
little
the first
disappointed
person.
with it? It's actually better than I thought.
This last one.
Yeah, because I rewatched it. The first time I watched it, I was disappointed. Like it wasn't my favorite, but second time, it's solid.
The episode should have been titled Three Amigos in Space.
Yeah. Now that I knew what it was, it's a pretty solid episode.
Mandalorian, Cardoon, and Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Three Amigos in
You tweet
Space.
that? That's fun.
But, sorry, go ahead, Gio.
No, totally. For me, that felt like a Star Wars movie. It felt like it expanded the universe because there's other worlds out there in these little villages, and the Empire is still there in bits and pieces, but to see them just work with what they have and make it happen and see Baby Yoda with the kids and all that felt very right for an episode that released around Thanksgiving or whatnot. I appreciated it so much.
Good call.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we're all. That's our number one choice for everyone is Mandalorian episode 5. I mean, yeah. No. I'm saying like we didn't even mention it, but I'm glad you brought it up because I can't wait for that.
I still want to see that the Tom Hanks, the Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
That's
It's
still
out.
It's
Yeah,
out.
it's
Came out
playing.
last week. I know.
Yeah.
Came out with Knives Out that same weekend.
That's still
I'm telling
my
you, Hanks and Phoenix. It's going to be between them two.
Christian Bale.
That's just a bold prediction.
No,
Christian
you
Bale.
See, I agree.
Christian
with you
Bale.
too.
4v4. I'm telling you.
Is he the
Yes.
lead though? Are they
Yeah.
are they
He should
pushing him
be.
for both
They
as
both
leads?
are.
He
They
better
both
be.
are, but he'll get it.
Christian Bale, man.
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
It's even I.
I would have been with you on
So-
Phoenix, but
So Batman against Joker.
Of course.
There you go. Jesus.
yeah, listen, man, Christian Bale.
I might have to put like a log line on the notes. No DC talk.
Conflicts at all, yeah.
I didn't even say DC at all.
You're just gonna do like
You
guys
just-
brought it up. No, I'm talking about the first half of the episode. All I said was budget cuts and whatnot. You guys.
But you
Drew a
know what
line.
you're doing. But no, good call. I want A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I
That looks
I really
so.
wanna
A lot of
see
catch
it.
up time,
Super
you know.
great
It's
movie.
time
And of
to
course,
catch
Knives
up.
Out.
Winter break, man. I'll be going to the movies every day. Every day.
Yeah, use your Regal pass.
There we go. That I'm losing money on. Anyways, that's gonna do it for Apocaflix now. Thank everybody for watching. That was a fun episode, especially when with the Snyder cut came up again. I am your host Jacob Bartley. We got Brian over there, Gio, Jake, Keith. This is the crew. Let us know in the comment section
Stormy.
what you think of any of the topics that we talk about. Sorry, Stormy, man, you've been a little quiet today. I forgot to mention you over there.
Still
but-
better. He doesn't have his glasses.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
His eyes are doing better.
He's been hung over the past couple of weeks, but finally he's not.
First order's kind of on a bad streak.
Oh, there we go, yeah. And thank everybody for watching, and we will see you all next week. Hey everyone, Jacob Bartley here. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out something similar from Apocaflix Movies, click this video up here. If you want something a little bit different, check out this video down here. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Apocaflix Movies and Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.